Welcome back, everyone, to the next episode of our Pokemon Radical Red Hardcore Randomized Nuzlocke. I hope you guys are doing well today. I am really excited because today might be a pretty big episode because we have our rival to fight. We have the Nugget Bridge Gauntlet, which we all know how difficult that is. And then afterwards, we've got a couple of encounters and then, of course, Bugsy. Now, I don't know how much of that we are going to get through today, but we're going to certainly do our best. I also did make a couple small party swaps, as you can tell by the layout below me. And so I want to talk through the team very, very quickly as we jump into this, because of course this rival fight is going to be right off the bat here. I want to make sure we're well prepared for it. And to do that, I think we're actually going to lead Jacqueline. Now, Jacqueline's actually really good for this Kirlia, despite not having the strongest poison type move. The Kirlia has Psybeam. I say it's really good. Maybe it's not. It has Psybeam, Draining Kiss, and Magical Leaf. What I'm worried about is, of course, the Psybeam, but Smog is super effective. We also have D-Rage. We can just D-Rage it and hope for the best here. We may have to swap up the lead. I completely neglected, the Psybeam, but we will figure that piece out. We do have a new addition to the team, which is Holland with Roar, Charge, Spark, and Bite. Roar is actually very good because it does handle a lot of setup mons, which normally we don't have a whole lot of coverage against. But on top of that, this actually does a really good job of checking the Staravia and the Wartortle, both of which are definitely worries here. The counter from the Wartortle in particular is a little scary, but we will do our best, of course, and I think this will be fine. We of course have Ally still here. This also helps check the Wartortle in particular. Does have Whirlwind, so again, a little bit of switch priority. Dragon Breath, Roost, and a Leaf Tornado. We did learn Leaf Tornado as well. And of course that Beast Boost is just ridiculous. Obviously, Galactix is here, guys. This is our Giratina. This is our legendary on the team. Astonish, Scary Face, Defog, and Slash. Not the best moveset, but again, we do have Pixelate, so Slash actually becomes a Fairy type move as well as Scary Face, which is so useful, but definitely a good mon. Lexi is still sitting here, and I think this is just a really good mon for us. X Scissor, Mudshot. We did actually learn Coil and then of course Bite as well. So all in all, a pretty good moveset for this stage of the game. And actually a really good Pokemon for us, in particular for electric types, things like that. We can just kind of swap this in. And I love that we get to use a variant on this team. Finally, guys, we do have Chen here. Now, Chen's a little bit odd. But most importantly, this checks the Pawniard beautifully well. Now it is it isn't. It is just straight up fighting type, right? Yeah. So it is not the psychic type added on here, meaning the knockoff, the sucker punch, all that really doesn't do anything. And so as far as super effective damage, and we also have priority with fake out. We have low sweep, which is going to be super effective against that Pawniard. Detect and Calm Mind really doesn't do very much, if I'm honest, but it's still a cool move, so it's there. And then, yeah, that is the team. Now, again, we may have to swap up here a little bit. That's really the Kirlia is the biggest concern, at least in my view, because it is a very scary Pokemon for us. And I don't actually have a great, even in the box, I don't have a great option. So what I might do is swap here. Is that right? It's going to trace whatever ability we throw at it. So that's actually very much worth noting. I don't like the Sand Spit. Maybe it is just, but Giratina even takes super effective damage from some of these moves. I still think it might just be the best bet though. Kirlia is pretty strong, but its defenses in particular are very low. It's 35 defense, which is basically nothing. And so I'm optimistic, guys. We're going to run for it and see if we can make this happen. I do have a couple of exciting things I want to talk about in today's episode, so we'll get to that. But first and foremost, I want to jump into this rival battle, hopefully getting a win here. I do think we're somewhat well prepared aside from the Kirlia. I feel like this is definitely the biggest sort of wild card. Pixelate obviously does nothing for this thing. And maybe we can flinch stall? I don't know. It is going to crack that citrus. We knew that was going to happen. That's totally fine. It's not. Oh, we do flinch stall. Oh, and they withdraw. Oh, I wonder what they go into here. Oh, they have the Charmeleon. Pardon me. That's interesting. Okay, so that actually does switch things up a bit. This thing does have bite, which I assume it's just gonna straight up go for. How worried am I about said bite? Ish, right? Like, kinda. I think I go Lexi. Thankfully we can kind of make some changes here on the fly, so I think we'll be okay, but definitely not the best for us. I'm gonna Mud Shot, just straight up. It's super effective, doesn't do that much. We're not a very specially offensive Pokemon here. Ooh, that was a little scary. Okay, our Orin does pop. That's actually huge. So barring a crit, we might actually just be okay to Mud Shot again. I'm just gonna go for it. And there we go. We even took it out. Eviolite on that, by the way. Definitely a little scary. All right. Staravia is gonna come out. This is gonna get an Intimidate off. That's fine. It does have Sleep Talk, U-Turn, Pluck, and Quick Attack. So obviously a clear swap here for us. And I mean, it's just Holland all day, right? Even if they U-turn out, ooh, we are part Dark type though. One of the things that they change in these games, just for the record, is Pokemon typings. And so in particular, in this instance, having that Dark type is actually a bit of a problem against a U-turner. Now, alternatively, we could just go Giratina because, I mean, it's not gonna do much to us. So let's do that. There we go, Pluck. It's gonna do some, but not a lot. It does take our Orin, which is annoying, but that's fine. I'm just gonna Pixelate Slash it. There's another Pluck, and we should be able to just outspeed and take this thing down. Easy enough. Very good. All right. So far, so good. One Pokemon left. It is that Pawniard. This is definitely the scariest, I think, scariest mon. It's 100% going for knockoff, I think. I'm just gonna go here into Chen. It's Sucker Punched. I did not expect that. All right, I'm just gonna Fake Out. Might as well get a little bit of damage. It's not a ton, but we do get a crit. I will take it. And then I'm just gonna Low Sweep all day. This is the Choppleberry, so it's gonna lower the power here, but still enough to take it out. And guys, I think, truthfully, I think that is the cleanest. Oh, wait, there's still one more. Oh yeah, Curlia. Totally forgot about this thing. All right, that's fine though. I'm not overly worried about this thing. Draining Kiss, Psybeam. I'm just gonna go into Holland. Holland's pretty good against this thing. Psybeam doesn't affect us because of that Dark type. I'm kind of learning a little bit as I go here and just kind of like the Dark type on Luxray, that's actually a really crucial point here that I definitely didn't take into account. So I'm really glad that that worked out, guys. We made it happen. That, I think, was the cleanest rival fight that we have had thus far. I feel really good about that. That's awesome. All right, guys, if you have made it this far, I've got some exciting news. I'm really excited about this. So something I really wanted to do by the end of the year is monetize this channel. Now, let me be clear. Monetizing this channel makes very little difference to you guys other than the fact that, unfortunately, in some cases, you will probably see ads on videos. Now, that ad revenue does not equate to very much. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of work goes into this channel. And so I'm going to talk specifically about membership for the channel, which I believe, at the very least, is also something that will be opened up to us as an option once we can monetize the channel. So I'm just going to be open about some things here that I think would be really fun and a good way to both incentivize you guys to maybe take a peek at that, but also, and maybe more importantly, give you guys some cool incentive stuff because I really, really like doing physical rewards for membership and stuff like that. So I mentioned previously that I've done YouTube channels in the past. One in particular I did for just about 8 years. It was Magic the Gathering focused. One of the big things that I did in support, or for those who supported the channel, was provide you guys with proxy cards as just a way of saying thank you. It's pretty minimal. It's nothing crazy. It's just a like, hey, I really appreciate you guys being here. I think we want to get rid of, ooh, I think it's the Butterfree. Is it the Butterfree? No, it's this guy. I'm gonna Flame Burst here. I think we might be able to just take these guys out. No, dang. Okay, but so what I want to do, like I said, is incentivize you guys with some really cool physical rewards. I really don't love when people are like, oh, I'm just gonna make more content. Like, cool, that's fine. More content is great, and I have every intention of doing some member-only content maybe, or if you become a member of the channel, maybe that's how you get into some of the Pokemon runs. Like, I've got some ideas there that I certainly want to incorporate as well, but I don't love that as like the singular incentive. I feel like it's a little bit lackluster, and so instead, I do want to create a proxy system where you guys actually get a proxy, a physical card sent to you for being a member each month or whatever the cycle ends up being. So I do need to do a little bit of research there, but that's something that I have every intention of doing. And I actually already have the first promo proxy kind of built out. I'm still working on some finer details, but just know that that will be coming. And of course, when we monetize, which we are very, very, very close, guys, I just have to say, I've talked about this before, but again, a huge thank you for everybody being a part of this. But we are very, very close. And so I'm beyond excited to actually see those printed and coming to fruition. I think they're going to be really, really cool. And it's a really cool like way of, at least in my opinion, giving back. Now, I do have to be very clear about a couple things. One, I am not trying to sell copyrighted material, nothing like that. I do use some of the artwork from the cards to help make these proxies. And so as will always do this, I will always credit the original artist, and I will always make sure that it says proxy use only, because these are just for fun. These are not for anything else. So please keep in mind, I am not and will not ever try and sell that kind of content, but it's just a nice little thank you. Like that's literally all I want to do, is give you guys something physical that you can take back and say, wow, I really appreciate this. So that's all it's going to be. Again, haven't worked out all the details yet, but I did start creating the first proxy, and I'll give you a little hint. It is a Porygon Z, but I'm really excited about it. It looks really sick. I literally have it up at like right now on the other screen here, because I think I'm very near done with it. What are we most worried about here? I think it's you, maybe? I don't really know. Oh, that doesn't do anything. There's just smog here. It's not very good, but we'll see. So yeah, all that to say, be looking for details on that. What I'll probably do is post that on our community page. So in YouTube, if you don't know, there's like a community tab where I can just post like comments or things that are happening on the channel. That's probably going to be where I sort of announce what's happening and give you an idea of what the proxy looks like and that kind of stuff. Again, we have to reach monetization status, excuse me, before we can do any of this. So, and there, I believe, if I remember correctly, because again, I did monetize my previous channel as well. If I remember correctly, there is a bit of a like a reprieve period. I don't know the best way to phrase that, but there's a bit of a period where you do have to kind of work your way through the system, if that makes sense. And actually, I guess I can go here. Definitely need to change out here though. And basically you have to get approved and like all that stuff. So assuming all that goes smoothly, that's kind of the game plan. But I'm really excited about it because I do think it's going to be a really good opportunity to share with you guys some of my other things, which is like graphic design is a passion of mine. I love making proxies. Like I did it for the previous channel and it was one of the coolest things. I actually have a binder full, nearly a whole binder full of proxy cards that I made, and they're just fun. Like there's no, I know a lot of people get kind of iffy about proxies, and I totally understand. I'd never want anybody to feel like anything is shady going on or anything like that. But I do know a lot of people go out and just like completely money grab and sell them and like do the whole thing, especially on like Etsy. I feel like I see it a lot. And I don't love that. I feel like it's a little too on the nose. And instead, I think it's better to just offer it as like a quick thank you. It's a physical thing that I can give you guys that means a lot, hopefully. And it's unique. Like, it's unique to our channel. It's not something that anybody else is going to be able to do exactly the same way. And I think that's really fun. Really like that. So here's a fun one. This is the annoying trainer, which is electric type. How are we doing on time, by the way? We're only 15 minutes in. Guys, we are just like kind of doing some work here. I'm pretty stoked about this. All right, Timmy, let's go, people. We did have trouble on this battle at one point, specifically with the Plusle. Oh, I forgot this is a double battle too. Whoops. All right. Little concerned about the Electrike in particular, because it does have Flame Burst here, which is going to be super effective on our Lexi. So I'm actually going to double into this thing, see if we can take it out. Grass Knot, that's a lot-ish, but that's fine. Nice. Okay, so we just don't have to worry about that now. That's huge. Honestly, getting some of these early Pokemon out like right away is just awesome. I don't love staying in here with this, but the speed stat is actually very slow. So maybe we can try. This is a bit of a risky play. We're gonna give it a shot. So it does have the Oka Berry. I don't know how to. Can we still take it out? Yes. That was the other worry for Lexi here, specifically because it does have Water Pulse. It's got Icy. It's got a lot for us. Charge Beam is scary, but it's not going to do enough. It's more just the actual charge of the Charge Beam that's scary. There you go. It's going to Shuck a Berry. That's fine. But the speed is going to drop here, which is actually pretty crucial. I'm just going to keep up with the... Yeah, let's see. D-Rage, I don't think it's going to do quite enough, but Mudshot should take it out. There we go. Speed control with Mudshot made a huge, huge difference there, truthfully. That was awesome. Guys, we are just like, I'm feeling really good about this run. I really am. We're doing all right. All right, so this next battle is going to be an interesting one. Let's see. We definitely want to lead Chen to the Greedent, which is going to be coming out here. Chen is also just good because of Fake Out. Like, just having Fake Out on the team is kind of swaggy. All right. I would love to get through the Nugget Bridge stuff today. I think that'd be really fun because that's a huge step forward. It's taken us 3 episodes, I think 3 episodes to get to this point. This is episode 4 of this new run, and we're doing really well. Granted, I'm not gonna say we're cheating, but we did make some concessions as far as easing up on some of the difficulty here, which I think was maybe the right call, because otherwise this was gonna take forever. There's the Facade. Thankfully, it's not. Wow, that did a lot. Withdraw, and it's gonna be the Togetic for sure, which means this is gonna. Oh, it actually does hit. Oh, well, yeah, I guess it is gonna hit. We do get a speed drop here. That's actually pretty great. I'm gonna go into Holland, I think. Yeah, this thing can't really do too much to Holland. The Draining Kiss is a little scary, but I think it's gonna go for a T-Wipe. No, it goes for Air Slash. Wow, okay. I mean, it was super effective, so I guess that makes the most sense to try and take out. I guess it saw the kill and went for it. All right, Spark seems free here. And really, Spark we should be able to just Spark away and take out pretty much everything. Everybody else has a very low speed stat. And the Greedent is low enough that I think we can just take it out. I say that, maybe not. Am I worried about this thing though? Stomping Tantrum, yes. Yes, I am worried about this thing. I don't love the idea of going into you. Facade can't hit Galactics, which is pretty awesome. Maybe we just go here. Obviously, we can only slash this thing, but Yeah, there's the Stomping Tantrum. So it did see the kill, I have to assume, or it was just the best move. I don't know. The good news is the Citrus Berry has been popped. And so I'm just going to slash here. That was a crit. That did not do very much. But all it can really do is hit us with the Tantrum. Great. And then for this last Pokemon, I mean, I think we just swap back into Holland here. Call it a day. Should be a pretty easy takeout. This does have Icy Wind, so Ally is not the best option. Ally is really cool because of Beast Boost. I will be honest, he's starting to get to a point where he's like a little bit iffy. That did a lot of damage. Wow. There's the Sand Spit. Why did that do so much? Okay, our Oran Berry pops, which definitely makes it safer for us to just Spark here, which I will do. I still think we outspeed even with the speed drop. Yeah, this thing has very little speed. I think it's 26. Awesome, and we do just one-shot it, guys. So far, so good. And we have got one more Nugget Bridge person before the final fight, which is pretty excellent, actually. Bugsy is like next on my list, if that makes sense. Bugsy is the one that I'm really concerned about, so we gotta do the thing. All right, I think we definitely lead Shin, yeah, because Mavistiff is going to be the lead here, so this is perfect. Nugget Bridge, Camper Ethan, let's go. Mavistiff up first. We definitely just fake out all day. Fake out and then low sweep this thing. Does get the Intimidate off, but we have own tempo. I totally forgot about that. That's incredible. Fake out, easy chip. That's actually, I mean, for fake out, that's fine. It is just Mischievous is coming out. I knew it. Oh, that's annoying. All right, it's fine. I'm a little worried about this thing, I'll be honest. But I think we just go Holland. This thing has Hex, Willow, Icy Wind, and Shockwave. And I don't love any of those moves. I'm assuming it's gonna Willow, yeah. That's so annoying. But at least we're Dark type here, so. Wait, is that? Yeah, it's not super effective at least, that's good. Bite might just do enough. It does have, for the record, the Eevee Light, which is really annoying. It's also pretty speedy. So we can definitely, I think, live one more. It's gonna swap. I assume just Mavistiff. Yeah, so it's gonna lower our attack even more here. Which is fine. I mean, it's not great, but it's not the end of the world. All right. What's the play? Our burn. Holland is gonna get to a point where it's just not usable, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. Fire Fang and Ice Fang mean most of our mons are not usable here. I suppose we could just go into Jacqueline, because we can just derage anything. Yeah, I mean, a derage on everything is good, so I'm just gonna do that. Thankfully, that's against a fire type, gonna do very little. This is gonna get some chip on both of us, which is maybe good, maybe bad. I'm just gonna derage. It's not gonna be enough, let me be clear, but it's gonna do quite a chunk. Wow, that did so much. This thing's attack stat is insane. It's 120. That's so much. All right, so the good news here is, though, we know we outspeed. I'm just gonna derage again. It's the safe bet. It hits everything for a lot of damage, and yeah, it's just a safe one. All right, Sandstorm did subside. That's probably for the best. I don't love this thing. I really don't. What does it have for us? Shockwave, Willow is annoying. I'm gonna go into Giratina here. We're gonna just slash this thing. Yeah. It is super effective. We are not statused though. Do I slash or do I astonish? I'm just gonna astonish. We maybe can flinch stall, but this might also, oh, that did very little. Excuse me, should pixelate slashed. I'm gonna do it now. This is gonna do a lot. Okay, so we do have the Orin Pop, we do outspeed, so I think it might just be astonish and call it a day. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Whew. All right, this is actually a pretty tough one, not gonna lie. This has been a tough battle so far. So only one more Pokemon, but it's actually the fastest of all of them. It is actually a very scary mon. Protect, sub. What are we thinking here? Incinerate. So a lot of our mons are not super helpful here. I'm gonna go into Chen just because we don't have a better option. It is gonna sub up. Kind of expected that. I fully expect it to either protect or toxic. I'm gonna fake out. Just see if we can break sub. And we do. It does get the toxic off. Did it not flinch? Huh. That's interesting. It also has the black sledge, which is terrible. I'm gonna go for the low sweep to get the speed drop. That actually did a lot of damage. This thing is not bulky at all. There's the sub once again. That's interesting. I'm just gonna low sweep. It's gonna break it. I mean, I can't imagine, yeah. So our Oran Berry is gonna be burnt up here, but we just low sweep and win. Yeah, did it. That was the toughest battle, that's for sure. All right, so here's the deal, guys. We are at 27 minutes right now, which to me signals the end of the episode, meaning we are gonna kick off the next episode with everything after Nugget Bridge, which does mean, for the record, we will have to battle our way through not just the grunts at the top of Nugget Bridge, but then get 2 encounters, hopefully. And of course, we do have Bugsy, and I'm very concerned about Bugsy. Now, we can swap out some team members here, and it very well could be that that's just the best option. So we will maybe determine that after getting the encounters. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Jade, our Toad School, was our egg encounter. Totally forgot to mention that. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so we will we'll take a look. We'll see what we can do. But I think that will be kicking off the next episode, guys, and I can't wait for it. I hope you guys are really excited for this. Again, I just want to say, as we kind of save the game and end it here, thank you so much, guys. It means the world to me that you guys are liking, subscribing, commenting. Please make sure you do that. It means the world to me. It really does help out the channel a lot. But on top of that, it means very soon we will actually open up new opportunities for everybody. And I think that's very exciting. So thank you all so much. I really love you. Thank you for just being here and being amazing. It means the world to me. I cannot wait to see you in the next episode. Until then, guys, I'll talk to you later.